Hello guys and welcome to the ProDota Cup by Smashcast TV. We have the second match of the second best of 2 of the day, 2-2, as we see Stars Esports fight once again against Mind's Eye. This Brazilian team that just beat Mind's Eye by the bare skin of their teeth, but to manage to come up ahead in the first match of the best of 2, strut happily to the second match and see if they can also get this second win for those valuable 2 points of this tournament. And what tournament am I talking about? Of course, the ProDota Cup by Smashcast TV. The American version specifically is sponsored by XBet as per usual. Offers live betting. XBet offer live betting on all ProDota Cup matches, offering the best odds and the highest payouts. Win with XBet. Use bonus code BOUNTYX to deposit and get €100 free. That said, guys, for your casters today, it'll be myself, DSwordfish, and joined as always by Vätte.
Hello everyone, and that's kind of an uncommon pick from side of a Stars Esports. Slock as a main carry plus position for Slaughter and Disruptor and Legion Commander in the offlane. From side of the Mind's Eye, we see a Night Stalker, Batrider, and Jikiro, and soon what we will see, probably they will go for a carry too, because they already see all the heroes except for the mid laner from side of a Stars. What can be a good carry for Mind's Eye here?
What could be a good carry for Mind's Eye? Against the ad no, I think we just quite weak. That's pretty clever. Faceless Void, that's a good carry. That's actually pretty the only carry that you can actually run against this combination. The Static Storm is still kind of annoying to zone you out, but if you go for Blink Dagger early, you kind of get the Chrono off before they can get the Static Storm on you. Still, Stars is a really good draft. You have a pretty good agility gain, 2.8 per level, ensuring yourself that you have, I think it's 2.85 actually, but you have the high armor to prevent Slaughter's amplified damage from dealing too much damage. Void can naturally go for Vlads, which is also really good to stop the damage. Legion Commander is strong against Void, but since you get a lot of those time locks, you can prevent some of her damage as well just by stunning her, so that's pretty good. And press attack does not dispel Chrono or Chrono stun. So, yeah, Mind's Eye could work. I mean, they also have the combination of Jikiro and Faceless Void. I like this draft much more than last game.
Well, question is what they will pick for their mid to fit the theme of damage into the Chrono, or you think that they will go for another kind of a physical damage? I'm thinking about the Death Prophet always when they see Faceless Void, because this combination was pretty sick back in the days, and still Death Prophet is probably not the most popular hero in the meta, but still she's a fairly strong mid laner.
I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be the case though. Wouldn't you just rather run her in the traditional position? Queen of Pain would have been really powerful, but
they're all banned out. They banned Invoker themselves.
Puck is
What's
the
actually
only thing
interesting?
left.
Why did they ban out Invoker themselves? I guess that's a setup with the Legion Commander, and here comes the Death Prophet for the Mind's Eye. I'm patting myself on the shoulder for the good old struts.
I mean, you were right. Death Prophet, lane dominator, easy with Faceless Void combination. Also gives you the pushing power you're looking for with your hero.
What's actually fairly interesting that Mind's Eye are playing quite a bit with Void, and they're going for build, like not the builds, but for drafts, which are not that meta. And mid lane Shoal, Warlord for Stars Esports. Oh, that's an interesting decision.
I like the Troll. Legion Commander is a classic. Don't have the Invoker, which probably was their pick to begin with, because the Slaughter Invoker and Legion strong. We already saw how powerful Stars went with the Invoker. Not many heroes can really beat Death Prophet in the mid lane. In fact, the only hero that comes up to mind that not beats her but sustains her is the Queen of Pain or Blink, and that's it. And Queen of Pain, of course, was banned, so you have to itemize accordingly. I don't think they were expecting the Death Prophet, to be honest. I think they were expecting probably an Invoker. But anyway, Troll Warlord, combination with Legion Commander, pretty good against Slark as well. And also quite tanky in the Faceless Void Chrono if he does use his melee mode, because he gets the extra 5 armor. Yeah, I like this pick, actually. I think I'm actually going to go with Stars Esports lineup more than Mind's Eye's Wombo combo.
Well, I prefer the picks from back in the day, so I will stick with Mind's Eye on this one. I think that even though meta changes, some things are still working, like combinations with Magnus, and Death Prophet Faceless Void already proved itself being very strong back in the days.
I mean, actually, it is a classic combination. I don't know if it's... It does work still. I don't think it's been run still these days, right? It's not like it's that classic to the point where it's just been phased out. It's still pretty powerful.
but this hero, all in all, Death Prophet is not that popular. What's very interesting that both these teams are going for non-orthodox picks, not common picks in my opinion. They're running heroes which are not used that much, and putting them in a questionable lanes.
You think it's questionable to run the troll in the mid lane?
Well, I think from the side of a mind's eye, like they love to do so, it's questionable sometimes to run tri-lanes with a Disruptor and Weaver, for example, and Jakiro, like it was previously, but now probably they realize that these tri-lanes are not really working out. Or actually they are. Oh, look at this. So how's it going to be? Oh, actually Jakiro rotates to...
I don't think they're gonna run a tri-lane with a Bad Rider, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
dual lane can work though with a Bad Rider.
Why though? What are you up against? Oh, Bad Rider Slark. Yeah, I guess you're gonna lose lane anyway. So you might as well go for dual lane. Bad Rider Slark Disruptor is really hard to play against that. I'm sorry, Bad Rider against Slark Disruptor. Maybe you want to run a dual lane with Night Stalker? Yeah, that seems reasonable. Night Stalker is pretty good against Slark early on because they have a high armor, high HP, a good amount of damage, so he doesn't need or rely too much on the slows to attack his enemy team. And you can also ensure that the supports stay there, so Death Prophet can have a solo matchup against Troll Warlord, which is almost guaranteed win.
Yeah. Well, let's see who's going to be more successful. No contests on the runes yet. Onion is helping his mid laner to get a better block. On the mid, Troll is not that successful. He's keeping one creep away, but I guess it will be in favor of his lane later on. But oh, block is much better from the side of a mind's eye. And Onion going to annoy Troll. I mean, thing is that Death Prophet probably feels herself quite comfortable already, but now with the Knight stuck on the mid lane, Troll won't be able to get that much of a last hit.
You're pretty much going to destroy the troll. Oh, Oscar in the top lane. They even level 1 Chaotic Field. Interesting. But they can't finish off the They went for level 1 Pounce, level 1 Kinetic Field, level 1 Slithering Crush. Wow. The ultimate First Blood combination. You're right. I think the troll, they just want to cancel them early, but they already forced... Stars already forced rotation by Night Stalker, forcing him to go into the top lane. The Night Stalker can't really destroy the troll because his range is pretty nice, and you can usually last it anyway. You have a really good attack animation and really nice projectile speed as Troll Warlord. But Fuzzy Sloth is still going to win the lane. I don't know if you can push him out too much of the lane, though. I think with the new lanes, it doesn't benefit Death Prophet too much. The fact that there's an extra creep in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's true. Meanwhile, on the top lane,
The Bad Rider being slowly harassed, Slithering Crush, because really slowed down. And the lack of Dark Pact means that you can't really play too aggressively. The sticky napalm stacks will start to hurt you. In fact, if he does realize that there's no Dark Pact here, Oscar could just follow him through. There's no glimpse either to stop him, but he doesn't want to push too much as he could just be punched as a result. Again, Kinetic Field, the last attack onto this Bat Rider. Slark doesn't have any napalm onto him anymore. The Firefly won't stop you. The Slithering Crush as well. Now the Pounds, where are you going, Oscar? Leashed to the floor and destroyed by one hit from Slark. That's first blood for the enemy carry, or for the Stars carry.
Well, that was kind of expected, to be honest, because Slark with his bounce is really annoying on the lanes when you get two decent supports who can actually shut down or the Rider or zone him out. Yeah, plus the Dark Pact, it's one of these kind of an orthodox carries against Bat Rider. Yeah, so there is a Juggernaut, Lifestealer, and Slug, which is being picked quite rarely because people don't really like him on the pro scene. But we already saw Slug, I think, on the ProDota Cup in this series, and
I mean, Brazilian teams are the
successful.
only. Brazilian teams do pick Slark a lot. So, oh, careful, Oscar, bounce. Firefly, not gonna pick Slark. Yeah, Brazilian teams do like Slark a lot. HFNK being one of the top carries, or the top carry of Brazilian scene, very revered by a lot of Brazilians, means that he actually popularized Slark because it's one of his best picks. So it's not as uncommon to see, specifically just with Brazilian teams.
Well, Death Prophet goes for 2 points in Crypt Swarm and 2 in Spirit Siphon. Onion rotates on the mid lane to defend his teammate. And now, actually, Death Prophet is not that far ahead from the Troll Warlord. That's pretty surprising, yet only 200 gold more on her. And it feels like Bat Rider lost all the hope to get any kind of a farm on the top lane, but Onion helped his teammate a bit. There was a small double stack next to the secret shop for Betrider, and both supports actually disappeared from the lane. Finally, Slug is able to stand against Betrider on his own completely, get 2 points in Dark Pact. He's out-leveling Betrider, and now Disruptor can think about himself a little bit more, can full focus on that, and it's time for Slaughter to rotate somewhere. You got his Wind Blaze, TP plus Smoke of Deceit. Question is who's going to be the target. Probably Death Prophet, but she's quite tanky.
Oh,
Not sure if they'll be able to kill Void. No.
Yeah, it's so hard to gank because you can't really gank Death Prophet with a melee port easily.
Especially during the night, when the Night Stalker gets superior vision.
You really can't. You could gank Void maybe, or just help out this Legion Commander. He's like he's going mid, maybe top lane just to get another kill on the batter. It's hard lanes to gank. Yavs though will be going down this bottom lane. There's no way he can survive this. Even the dual breath committed to this, and that's gonna be a dead Legion Commander. Eye for an eye, so off laner for an off laner.
Yeah, and Fazislav actually stands on the enemy high ground, but he's... I'm not sure which kind of a build Fazislav will go for. Most likely he will skip Exorcism on level 6, I guess. Max out Crypt Swarm and Spirit Siphon, and after that try to push. Or he will actually skill it. Meanwhile, 3 men.
Okay, Fazislav, careful. There is still the help from that Spirit Siphon, and 48844 will die here. 2 Fazislav, too much damage. This is why you don't gank him with melee. Jesus, listen to the casters. This is why you can't gank a Death Prophet. Night Stalker even joining in, like you said, in the nighttime. It just ends up being a really bad engagement for Stars. Too much healing of Death Prophet, and it's just too hard to fight her. And she was already level 6 by the time you ganked her, meaning Exorcism was up, and the Troll did not have his Battle Trance yet available.
That's why Death Prophet is such a strong hero, because most of the other mid laners, they don't have that much of a sustain, and it was a very lucky level 6 on Death Prophet just in time with the Exorcism, insane amount of damage, Spirit Siphon, 2 points. No way to fight against her, and probably Stas will think twice before doing anything. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, a bit of a trade, but didn't result into any kills, unfortunately. And on top lane, Oscar, level 4 against almost level 6 Slug. And Slug is feeling completely fine. Question is it going to be a fast Shadow Blade, or we will see a Midas on Slug?
Midas... I mean, what does it come up in the career? Aquila first. Right? I think the Midas will not come too fast, but it's not a bad idea to go Midas. I think it's the proper build nowadays, right? I don't think they go for Shadow Blade too early. It's not like you benefit too much from ganking early this game. You're mainly going to be defending your towers. Maybe if you want to go in a ganking squad with a Slardar together, but that's it. The Prophet's going to be a really hard hero to gank early on in the game while he's still super tanky with Spirit Siphon. The Bad Rider is also not particularly the easiest hero to kill. The Shadow Blade, there's no need to rush it when you can go for Midas, and your late game's going to be stronger anyway. And you still have the Troll Warlord to give you an insane amount of space in the early game, so you can farm anyway. So you don't need to have a Slug killing heroes so early. Yeah, I think either way is fine.
Yeah, I understand some kind of early Shadow Blade when you're playing against Rubik or Crystal Maiden or some kind of a supports on whom you can easily feed, basically, because let's be honest, neither Rubik or Crystal Maiden can really do anything against you, so they're an easy prey for you. But let's look at the heroes from the side of a Mind's Eye. There is Void, Batrider. Batrider actually, maybe a decent kill, but I'm not sure about that. Oh, bottom lane.
Yeah, there's a bit of harassment, but nothing else. Vaganush really can't do much in the lane against a Lich Commander with the help of the Night Stalker. They really are waiting for Onion to just come in and roll enemy team over, but against a press the attack, not the best thing. Oh, they're gonna even come into Chrono. I'm able to kill the Lich Commander. Still has the press the attack to dispel all this damage and will be surviving. No, lucky time lock, and he actually turned around, used the overwhelming odds to get the extra movement speed, but that ended up crushing him. Really lucky time lock ends up getting the kill for the Void in the end.
On the mid lane, Exorcism was committed by a Death Prophet. It's almost out, but at least a bit of a damage to tower. Spirits are quite annoying. There is an arcane rune for Death Prophet. Well, there is Sweet One. Question is which kind of a build on Death Prophet we will see. So there is some kind of a Shiva's God. You will accept this kind of builds, yeah? Or maybe we will see something new. Maybe some kind of a old school Bloodstone Death Prophet?
I don't think you should go for Bloodstone. I think Bloodstone and Death Prophet is completely phased out with the Octarine Core being so relevant, right? It might just be Yules still, right? Why can't he go for Yules? why can't we see Yules on Death Prophet still? I think it's one of the most strongest items on this hero. You still have the ability to go for... it also gives you the mana regen necessary because you don't like going for phase boots, so you do like mana as the game progresses. And again, if you were going for Bloodstone, you would probably see the Arcane boots early, just so you could rush it, as opposed to the phase boots. You'll Scepter into maybe even Ether Lens. We've seen that before. It's not bad either on Death Prophet if you want to go for the early game build, and then Octarine Core.
It's actually pretty sweet as, for getting Yule Scepter in this game. This additional movement speed plus Yule Scepter on Legion Commander. Yeah, when she will duel anyone. Maybe a pretty decent idea. Plus saving yourself from a Static Storm and other things. And actually, look at this. It's pretty surprising, but Vazislav is scared of that on the mid lane. Doesn't see a Disruptor, probably that's why. Oh.
Spirit Siphon does not kill off Ned. In fact, there they go onto Fuzzy Sloth. He's just been battle trance. There's the Spirit Siphon though, stopping this Roll Warlord. The silence, hurting him. In comes the Stark with the Pounds in the Dark Pad, but Fuzzy Sloth has not been destroyed just yet with the overwhelming odds to finish him off. That Legion Commander pierces him right through the heart with his lances, and they can even take a tier 1 maybe with this engagement.
That was actually pretty unexpected for me because I felt like Death Prophet got enough of a HP there. But I guess I was awfully wrong. 4 points in overwhelming mods is enough, but that was a very weird duel on Onion. I mean, one-on-one against Night Stalker with any kind of a support from your team is kind of a questionable decision, I guess. Okay. But they catch it back to Oscar in top lane.
They think he's trying to run away. Will he have time? No, not with a glimpse. He can't even TP in time, and the Stark will end up finishing him off. Another kill. Good usage of the Haste Rune in the end. No Midas for the Stark, going directly for Shadow Blade. Considering your early game went pretty well, you can start putting pressure on the enemy team as opposed to just farming passively. A good idea after all.
Yep. And what's pretty specific about the Mind's Eye pick is that they can group up as long as they got Exorcism and Chronospear, but before that, nah. Most likely this team won't group up almost at all. And probably you can pick off someone. Shadowblade as Slav. Oh, dead.
He's been crippling by Ned. Oh no! The breasty attack saves the fish! And Yalls will now fight for his support's life. Realizes this was a terrible idea. Has to TP away. They have no stuns to stop him, and the TP will complete, but Ned might still be flattened out as the final hit from the Death Prophet finishes him off. And they get the other kill onto the Spore Slark. Or the Slaughter.
Well, at least Legion Commander managed to survive, and I guess Slaughter got zoned down by Void from the other side, so there was no way out, but Legion Commander made an important kill on the Death Prophet, and it's time for tier 1 in the bottom lane to go down. Jakiro plays completely without Ice Path. But hey, they don't need an Exorcism to take a tier 1. Well, as you love to say, they took the most useless tower in the game of Dota 2.
Yep, it is.
The bottom one.
Dire bottom, specifically. Because you have the Shrine, which does the exact same thing, except without a True Sight. That's the only thing that tower provides. A bit of True Sight and, you know, the damage. Anyway, Troll Warlord, lassoed. He's being cooked alive. He's not going to be able to survive. Oh, maybe he will, as he actually runs away from the Firefly. Oscar is being lashed down and destroyed, but the Void from Onion finishes him off, and the Slark, avenging his dead teammate, at least that's his plan, uses the Shadow Dance a bit too early, and thus can't use it to survive. Meanwhile, Ned, in the bottom lane, will be flattened by the Faceless Void, pummeled to death as Chao Li finds Yavs, uses the Macropyre. Yavs has to walk in the flames if he wants to get out of here alive, with a glimpse to punish someone, but they don't have the vision of them just yet. And the Silence finds a Disruptor, and they actually dispel him with a really good press the attack that allows for the Static Storm, but there is no follow-up here. Now you see the starter finally TPing in. He wants to get a couple kills, at least one in the Jakiro, and he just pings him and says, I'm gonna kill this dragon, I swear to God, if it's the last thing I do. And he will manage to do so with a Slithering Grasp. Just one more hit! There it is! Ned will sacrifice his life, but he really wanted that kill, so it's worth it, at least for morale purposes.
Could have a beneficial fight for Mind's Eye, I must admit. Even though they managed to kill Undead Troll and lost their Batrider between tier 2 and tier 1, they dealt quite a bit of a damage on the bottom lane. There is no tree and protector to save these towers from falling. Death Prophet, next item, Eel Scepter.
Not surprising. It's too good an item. I think there's very few heroes where you'd say Eel Scepter is like core for sure, and Death Prophet is pretty one of the few one. Because this is how much utility it has in general. It prepares for your silence. It allows you to survive more in team fights. It stops the enemy team. It allows you to heal up. It's great. Wait, actually in the bottom lane, why is Troll Warlord being okay? In a literal sea of flames, Firefly and Micropyre, too much magical damage for him to survive. Flamebring brings him back in, and he's gonna be roasted alive. Stars choose to get a counter kill in the mid lane with Stark joining in with a Shadow Blade. They don't actually see him. Fuzzy Sloth is the target, but he doesn't have Exorcism. Stark, a bit too far in, decided to go back out before he gets killed. And
well, they also tried to kill Onion there, but unfortunately Sloth missed the pound. So, losing Troll once again. Do you really want to go alone on the lanes as a Troll Warlord? You don't even have a Morbid Mask or any kind of a sustain. Nowhere close to getting Sanjin Yash, and probably it's time for Troll to chill in the jungle and try to farm out his Vlads or Sanjin Yasha, as he already decided. Because lanes are dangerous, let's be honest. There is a scary Void, scary Batrider with his lasso and Blink Dagger, plus night vision advantage from Mind's Eye.
yeah, you know, it's a really dangerous time to go out if you're, like I said, if you're stars. But I mean, except for the Slark, who's God, apparently, because he's farming the enemy jungle and doesn't care. Troll Warlord is even going to put a bit of pushing power here in the bottom lane. Get maybe an early tower, even with his range form. He's going to get pretty securely. I do like that Sanjin Yasha pickup on Troll. Very traditional, but it's just simply effective, right? Stats, movement speed, all you need in a lineup like this.
Oh, and actually, Legion Command should be really careful here. There is a Blink Dagger in the quick buy, but most likely he's going to die here. Oh, too early of a TP, instantly getting cancelled by Onion. Got trapped in a difficult position and unfortunately wasn't able to get out of it.
That was a weird TP. I think he saw either he didn't see the Night Stalker or he believed the Void was off cooldown, because it was just one of those TPs where it's obviously gonna get cancelled by the Void, not the Void itself. Ah, that's so unfortunate.
Oh, look at the bottom.
Yeah, lasso. 40844, and Slaughter walks into the Chrono, and they're being cooked alive with the Firefly as well. They do get the glimpse onto the Death Prophet. Doesn't matter though, they have enough damage to finish off this Troll Warlord anyway. Static Storm comes a bit too late, and Ned will also go down, but in comes the Slug to clean up crews here. Wants to at least kill the Void, but the Void can just heal up all completely with a time walk, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 will have to TP back away as he can't get any of the kills he was aiming for.
I am loving the way Mind's Eye are playing this. That's all about efficiency. Batrider was already on the bottom, and even though Stars got some kind of a backup plan that, yeah, maybe we will be able to save our teammate, didn't really work out, yet it's a dangerous plan by this end of a Mind's Eye. It feels like we overpraised them. Onion tries to survive, uses smoke running away. Fuzzy Sloth, one-man army, keep on chasing Ned, and they are taking the tier 2 also, plus Troll and defending their tier 2. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, you were right. It seems like this old school classic lineup is working out really well for Mind's Eye.
I love the way they're playing it. They're playing it smart. They exactly know what is going to happen. They got everything prepared, while everything looks more chaotic from side of Stars.
Healing Field just sticks them in, but doesn't really matter. They have enough damage to finish off the Slaughter anyway. And yeah, it doesn't seem everything is going belly up versus Stars. They're really losing their grip.
You know, we started to talk about the item build and the Death Prophet, but what do you think about the Solar Crest here?
Oh,
They're playing against a lot of physical damage plus mischance, makes you more tanky.
I love it.
Why not? But instead, actually, he goes for Lincoln Sphere. Well, also a decent choice when you don't want to be dueled or glimpsed. Maybe a good choice.
Solar Crest might just come out on the Night Stalker. I'm a big fan of Solar Crest Death Prophet, since we're on that topic. Huge fan. I used to play it all the time when it was even more of an OP item, because it was ridiculous. It was the same idea as the Personal Back, because obviously your spirits do physical damage. And you do a decent amount of physical damage as well. Your intelligence gain is 3 per level. It's not bad. You also have a nice tankiness per level, but no agility, which means that the armor goes really nicely with Death Prophet. In general, it's a fantastic item. But in this case, since you have a Night Stalker, like I said, he's more likely to build a Solar Crest. You don't want double Solar Crest. You can go for a bit more expensive items, like in this case, the Lincolns. And what do you think of this Lincolns? Mainly to stop the duel, probably, and to some degree amplified damage, maybe? A Glimpse as well, actually.
Yeah, I guess the main purpose here is not only to cancel the Glimpse and Duel, but also grant that additional mana regen and sustain for Death Prophet with the Ultimatum.
Yeah,
She's that kind of a tanky hero. Yeah,
right, but you get it over Octarine Core, right? Because of the whole canceling.
Yep. But probably after Lincoln Sphere, we won't see Octa-Core immediately. Maybe there will be one more item, so as Shiva's got. Oh, Chrono.
That Slark is gonna have a really tough time surviving this. Nope. Actually, not gonna survive. There's the Lasso as well. Brings it back to the Macropyre. Legion Commander is stunned and destroyed. So, Mind's Eye getting 2 easy kills into the enemy team. Offlaner and carry, and now proceed to take a structure as well.
Well, Shadowblade on a Faceless Void was a very unpleasant surprise from side of the Stars. They don't expect any kind of an Aimless hero from side of a Mind's Eye, because, well, to be honest, Faceless Void is the only potential builder of the Shadowblade, and, well, Death Prophet may be the one, but we won't see it in the pro games. I've seen it in the pub games a couple of times. It was pretty nice, but just because your supports are unable to carry detection.
And now Slaughter is being raised up in the air. The Ice Path finds him. Ned will go down here. And this means they can continue to push. Slaughter actually buybacks immediately. Don't TP there, Slaughter, please. Okay, they silence him. And this is a dieback for sure. The Spirit Siphon, they kill him. Okay, Static Storm finds a Void in the Night Stalker. And now the duel onto the Death Prophet. The Ice Path does not save her in time as they have enough damage regardless. That's going to be Stars getting a really valuable kill onto Death Prophet. But it was worth 2 Slaughters. So...
2 Slaughters and both Shrines, actually, I must admit. They lost their tier 3, so now both Shrines are exposed. Going Roche with Troll is not that much of a dream anymore. And now, with the Vlads from side of a Mind's Eye, even though they don't have the best Roche, potentially, well, losing both Shrines on minute 25, I guess. Mind's Eye will try to do it a bit later on. It's pretty sad.
I mean... They haven't taken the shrines yet, and Stars can still punish if they still try to take these shrines, right? Especially this top shrine, which is an obvious option. It will give you the reliance on the Roshan, but that's it. And I don't know if you want to sacrifice so much. I still think Stars can come back. The late game is still better, no? What did you say?
Well, Slug is fairly good in the late game, to be honest. He also got a double damage now, and they're jumping on the poor Fuzzy Slope. There is no way to defend him, and that's why he does continue the Lincoln Sphere. Oh, but a Chrono just...
It finds two, the Flame Break. Malganoush is still fighting against this Troll Warlord. He's been silent, so he's had a hard time using his skills. Now finally getting the Whirling Axis, so the Onion can't fight him. And it's going to be Void dying down and broken and destroyed as Onion followed down thanks to the amplified damage. They know exactly where he's going, and 48844 will survive this as he is getting great positioning. Now with the help of the Legion Commander, he has enough healing to attack the Batrider and destroy him. And with that, they get a 4-man wipe.
Actually, 5,
yeah, in a buyback. Yeah.
And they traded it only for Disruptor. That's how important this Death Prophet is. She desperately needs to finish her Lincoln Sphere as soon as possible.
Yeah, that Lincoln Sphere to stop the duel is very important. A duel before... It's also positioning partially. The positioning lately for Stars has been really good, and for Mind's Eye has been kind of questionable, let's say. Because they keep getting caught up by the duel when they shouldn't, really. It's not like the duel is already in a bad position. Now Crippling Fear finds the Troll, or yeah, the Troll Warlord. The Ice Path plus the Macropyre, a lot of damage to the Slardar. But nobody will die just yet. It's actually just a bit of zoning out, and they can't really take their own Roshan. It's not that easy to take a Roshan. Maybe with the ultimate, Exorcism actually committed to this. And the Solar Crest on this Night Stalker ensures that this Roshan might go down to Mind's Eye, but when Stars fight this, they have, after all, a Slark with a Shadow Blade.
Now there's already detection standing there. Oh, Lasso.
And nope, dispelled immediately with press attack. The Ice Path actually finds a Slark, and he's still silenced. They don't have vision of him. Oh, wow. The Shadow Dance comes out after the silence. The pounce, though. This Slark is still not out of vision. They could punish this really hard, but they aren't able to just yet. The Void finds him with the Crypt Storm. Fuzzy Sloth in his haste room was ideal there, and the Yo Scepter evades any of the attacks from the rest of Stars with an Ice Path as well to zone him out. The Flame Break will not find Yas. He's going to actually lure them away as the rest of his team escapes today, but the Night Stalker is still fighting against all of them for some strange reason. They actually caused a really good divide, and Legion Commander caused the death of Night Stalker.
Well, there was also buyback committed by Slug, so... Well, there's actually a smoke there ready with the Chronosphere. They got a Macropyre, so it was a... If they will find someone like Slug once again, it will be a disaster, but whomever else is also nice.
Yep. Okay, we need the chrono for that. Seems a bit excessive, but hey, you killed Ned. I don't know if you want to waste the chrono for that, considering you don't have Ags, right? So it's just yeah, it's 120 seconds without the chrono because you wanted to kill a Slardar. Slardar is back in 30 seconds. Maybe if you can kill the Bat Rider as well, this would be important, but you don't have Lasso. Bat Rider blinked a bit too early. 4844 will be pushed back thanks to the Flame Break. Everyone's going in though. They still have sticky napalm stacks onto him. The last was now available. In comes the Void. And they should have enough damage to finish off this poor Troll Warlord with the Ice Path, ensuring that he stays in the same place for a really long time, eventually leading to his death.
We already discussed it about the Virtus Pro style of playing such heroes as Enigma. Even if it is only one hero, he still wants to commit. Yeah, because most likely to be honest, if they didn't commit a Chronosphere, that would simply run away. And you just wasted your smoke, didn't gain anything out of this. And, well, it's better use your spells and get a kill than not use your spells and get nothing and waste your smoke, right?
I mean, that's a good point. That is a good point, especially because considering the whole smoke, right? That actually adds to it, like you mentioned. But, again, it still is a chrono for a support, right? Even Virtus Pro doesn't do that. They usually can't concentrate on killing the cores more than the supports often. But especially now, 25 minutes into the game, I see the idea. I don't think it was bad, but still wasn't that much of a raid. 40 seconds without it. It was not like Stars could really force any team fights out. Or they could have, actually. They just chose not to, which made it that the Corona thing was not really a mistake because they really didn't punish it. All that matters in Dota, if you punish it or not. Now, the Shrine, they're going to take this finally, so that means Roshan control. And also the safe lane control.
Yep, it's true. Now the whole jungle is dangerous for Stars and they're trapped on their high ground. The only tower alive is tier 2 on the bottom. And another smoke. Chronosphere up in 5. Question is, where are they going to go? They found someone. And look at this. Oh, they know that there's someone evil here. There was already a sentry ward standing there. Time to retreat, yet Slug is in the enemy jungle. Still the edge up on Slug. Next item, BKB. Question is, will he be able to get it before Rax is full?
Probably not. I mean, they're going to push down now, right? There's no reason not to. They have Exorcism ready and also Chrono back up. And of course the Aegis, which is going to expire in just a minute. It seems like Slark will have to fight within the PKB this team fight. And ooh, they're going in. Lasso finds the troll, but the person attack dispels that. Glimpse even brings back the Bat Rider. Chrono onto 2 though. The Shrine's been activated, so it's really hard to finish him off. And the Static Storm already been used on the Death Prophet. They actually have no follow-up with that Chrono, but it was a Chrono to zone them out for a while. Vaganoush going in really deep and actually being punished by the duel. Loses his Aegis and is now against 3. What is he gonna do? The Troll Warlord is gonna start hitting him. He time walks away, but Ned is gonna still find him. Can't use a Slithering Crushing time as it was on cooldown. And those little fishies keep eating at those structures. The Solar Crest to ensure that Death Prophet doesn't go down. And now the Legion Commander walks in. No duel. Blade Mail activated. The Ash Path stops him from attacking him. And the Slaughter will eventually commit suicide against 4. Fuzzy Sloth though regains all his health because of the Exorcism. And the Silent Slaughter can't do much as they proceed to stun him. They can't actually. Ice Path misses, but 4844 will activate his BKB and wants to attack the enemy team. But with so low HP, it's a really bad idea. In the end, Mind's Eye, tired of killing the enemy team, will decide to back out finally, wait for the next Exorcism, and then fight again.
Plus they got a bit of a creeps on their bottom tower. Well, time to wait just a little bit, and this 10 seconds BKB committed on Troll was, well, quite of an unfortunate sequence of events. What's interesting, Troll is going full defensive. He's going for Lincoln Sphere also. Well, I guess the Lasso, because even though reaction from Legion Commander was pretty insane, Lasso got purged in almost in less than a second. Yeah, but Legion Commander won't be there all the time, like a babysitter behind your back, even though you want it. Though, Babganush is in a dangerous position here. Maybe you want to run away? Oh, there is no detection on them?
Yeah,
Glimpse?
Yeah, he's the poor boy. There's no way they can end him. That was a clever Shadow Blade. Almost even saved them because of surprise, but you wasted your Shadow Blade there, or your reveal of the Shadow Blade was wasted there, and you also got the kill. Regardless, Stars are still, I mean, they're still not doing too well, right? They're still losing by 9k in terms of net worth. But if you look at the net worth of the carries, you actually see that this net worth is more concentrated on supports and the Legion Commander mainly. In fact, the Slark and the Troll Warlord are equally as farmed as the Death Prophet and the Void, more or less. So it's not like there's much difference. At any second, if Stars gets a really good team fight, they can always come back and do the game.
Yeah, that's true. But soon there will be a Shiva's got up on the Death Prophet, Lincoln Sphere already up. Plus in this, in the Bottle and Onion, Fearless Night Stalker, who actually didn't complete Solar Crest but gone for the fast Heaven's Halberd. I think he actually did complete the Solar Crest, but then he disassembled it into... If you can't even do that.
Did. Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, that's why.
Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah. I think the Heaven's Halberd is a really good idea. This game, you're up against a Slark, you can't dispel with Dark Pact, which is super annoying. I mean, Slark in general is so reliant on dispelling that the Heaven's Halberd can destroy you. And if you actually hit the Troll Warlord with Heaven's Halberd while he's in ranged form, and he tries to go onto you in melee form, you're gonna stop him for 5 seconds. I think now, not 5.5 anymore. For 5 seconds, which is ridiculous. Like, if the Troll Warlord not hitting for 5 seconds, it's insane. You can kill him in that time, especially if he's used his BKB or already. You know, that's the best way to destroy the Troll Warlord.
Yeah, but they're constantly experiencing issues with their bottom lane, which is being pushed in. Only one shrine left for Stars, no melee, no Raxes actually at all on the mid lane. In time for next Roche for Mind's Eye and finish the game, probably. Or that's a comeback chance for Stars.
There is certainly a chance for Stars to come back, right? Especially with this BKB pick up when you're fighting, especially before minute 40 against Exorcism and Chrono, with the extra vision that Night Stalker grants you as well. Darkness is actually a really powerful team fight tool because the reduced vision, meaning you can't really predict where the Chrono is going to come from. Sorry, especially because the wards that you have also get reduced vision. It's ridiculous. Look at this ward vision, nothing. So you can't really tell if they're going to.
That's true. Meanwhile, Mind's Eye getting rid of the creep packs on the top lane. Oscar finishes off the last 3 creeps, double damage, laying near the Roche pit. So sweet, but forgotten. Well, probably only Stars could benefit from this double damage, and maybe Slug will find it.
Nah, I don't think. I don't think he will, because they're gonna already force this next team fight before anything happens. So it's almost
Actually,
I mean,
Onion...
they should.
Yeah, they should. But the point is, like, you notice how actually cocky Onion was playing there. He was standing on the enemy high ground, and now there is a Legion commander with Blinkbag and Blade Mail there, and he got a gem. So he was completely fearless, and here comes the Exorcism.
Yeah, those fishies eating on the tower slowly. Liquid Breath as well. They have a pretty consistent tower push, but it's hard, especially if they wasted Exorcism. There goes the duel. No, they wasted the duel onto the Lincolns. Fuzzy Sloth has used the Yule Scepter. Might not survive this engagement. There's 4 onto him. He's just for now being forced up to safety, but Fuzzy Sloth still has to Siphon Soul himself. And yes, that last 4-staff will save him. Fuzzy Sloth hit by the Slark the last second. Slark is actually not going to die as he pounces to just the right time. The Ice Path missing on him as well. And the Chrono there was not effective enough to stop Star's attack. I mean, that was a mess up with the duel, but it ended up being good as they stopped the Exorcism completely.
Yeah, I guess that you were completely right about this BKB on Slug. It changed the whole pattern of a fight. Baba Ganoush forced to run away. Double damage there. Oh, probably. Sweet one. Oh, maybe a Regent would be pretty nice, but instead there is a haste, and now they're going into the Roche pit. Well, Aegis plus Cheese, I guess in 40 seconds they'll be able to burst down this Roche. And Fuzzy Sloth will simply tip you on the shrine, come get his cheese or Aegis, really depends, but I guess White probably is more benefiting from Aegis. Oh, here comes the pause. Some kind of issues going on. Alright, so there was one attempt from Mind's Eye to go on a high ground, and it failed due to the BKBs in better positioning from Stars. Also failed Chronosphere. Now, with Cheese on Death Prophet and Aegis and Faceless Void, any possibility to take the Raxus now?
Might be able. So hard though. You have to still wait for the Exorcism first of all. You have to wait for the Chrono, of course, next time. And you're still fighting against a Legion Commander going up to the high ground. You're still fighting against a Troll Warlord and Slaughter. They have a lot of ways to defend. Okay, Oscar. Okay. Don't go there. Duel? No, Legion! Legion, this is not the right time to duel. Even with the help of the Troll Warlord, you might not be able to kill a batter in time. In fact, he eats the cheese. Was that the cheese he just ate? Yep.
Yeah. Just ate the cheese. Now to run away for Troll. He out. Any kind of a lucky guess with the Ice Path. Unfortunately, not happening, but they're losing their Legion Commander. No, well, trade in Legion Commander for cheese. That's fair enough.
I mean, that's more than fair. That's beneficial to Stars. They don't care if Legion Commander died for 50. What do you care? I mean, you don't duel, you already wasted it. Doesn't matter. Legion Commander will be back by the time you can start pushing its high ground. However, you lost cheese, which has no timer on it.
Yeah, imagine like the cheese on a Death Prophet.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been crucial because Aegis is terrible on Death Prophet as well, so you don't really want it. Well, we'll see. Oh. There's the stun. Death Prophet can be targeted. Silence as well. The BKB on the Stark to prevent the static storm. But the Chrono catches both of them. Can they actually follow this up? No, because Babakanush in the low ground. So that actually has no damage onto this. They're just going to stop the BKBs and they continue on fighting. This summon to the Troll Warlord is only for 3 seconds. He was in melee form right now, breaking the poor Death Prophet. And with the amplified damage, they're still chasing her. Oscar actually gets a kill on the backlines onto Ned. And Oscar himself is just destroying these two carries. They concentrate tunnel vision way too much on this Death Prophet. And eventually the Troll Warlord lost his life. Legion Commander will follow through to the line of the dead. And it seems like Mind's Eye finally got the team fight they wanted. A buyback from Troll Warlord means that he will be, in a dangerous position right now. If he dies, this is over for them.
Fuzzy Sloth is such a survivor, I must admit. I already buried him, but this Chronosphere and 2 BKB, of course, was insane. And Troll is dead twice, it feels like.
Silence Troll, he's gone down. The Rider still fighting against the Slark, and the good game well played will come out by Stars as they realize they lost a Troll, and like I said, that is GG. And with that, Stars will lose the second engagement. They do win the first one though, so out of the best of 2, it ends up as a 1-1, a tie between both teams, and we'll see who ends up better in the group stage test. Both teams are actually quite tied as to how the standings are currently. That said, guys, this is not the last game of the day. In fact, we have one more for the ProDota Cup American region. Of course, all sponsored by XBet. So feel free to check out our sponsors page if you so enjoyed it. And we will be, as well, our names. We are the casters. Hope you enjoyed the game. As per usual, my name is DSwordfish. I've been here with Vätte. Feel free to follow us on Twitter at DSwordfish and at ProDota. And we will be coming back with the last game of the day. In this case, it'll be between the guys of
Midas Club
Elite versus Wolf. Actually, we don't entirely know if this game is going to be played, but for now, we will keep the stream open. It will notify you guys shortly regardless. See you guys soon with the last game. Enjoy some tunes while we